Welcome back, everybody. We're here to do predictions for February the 18th. I am going to be looking at one stone per sign. So if you know your sun sign, that's going to give you a little bit of information about today. If you know your sun, moon, and rising, that'll give you a little bit more. And if you know all your planetary placements in your houses, then this can actually give you quite a bit of juice out of just one little short reading. So let's get started, shall we? We're going to start right off the bat with Aries, just like we normally do. And so Aries, I can't remember if this is bloodstone or if this is dragon's blood. Oh, I've got a little piece of wax on it. That's from being on my altar normally. I just pulled it out here special to do predictions. Sorry about that. That was distracting. All right, so like I said, I can't remember if this is bloodstone or dragon's blood. I'm sure somebody will remember and be able to put it in the comments for you. But what is it saying for Aries today? Aries, I feel like today is going to be a day of healing for the heart. There is going to be some things that you're doing to improve stability. And I think that a lot of that is going to be centered on emotions, on things having to do with people, on relationships. So doing something to heal some type of relationship or doing something to heal your own heart as an individual is what this stone is showing me today. Okay, Taurus. I think we're going to use my big chunk of labradorite for you guys. So Taurus, what am I being told about you guys today? What I am seeing, Taurus, is today is a good day for you to be taking care of things that bring in abundance for you. And it's also a good day to not be necessarily telling everybody what you're doing about abundance. You know, not necessarily keeping secrets, but just not spreading that out to the world. You want to be careful about what you're saying to people around you as you are working on that. Working on abundance or manifesting dreams, either one. You don't want to be letting everybody know what you're actually up to. It's not their business. It's not their business, man. All right, let's see. Geminis, you're up next. I think we're going to do my little baby geode for those of you who are Geminis. Some of you could be living in a very snowy area with all this sparkling going on here. Or at least snowy today. What else do we have, though? There's something about a geode that just seems kind of magical, isn't there? I think that today is going to be a day where things happen and it's going to seem like it's almost too good to be true. Geminis, I think you're going to have something that sort of falls in your lap that you might not have ever even dreamed about how good it would be if it would fall in your lap. Some kind of wonderful moment or opportunity. Yep, that's what I'm going to say. It just seems like a day with magic and wonder. Things happening better than we expect. Okay, so next up is going to be Cancers. Cancers, which stone wants to talk to you? Mayonaceras. Okay, so Cancers. It looks like to me during the morning, during the bulk of the day, you're going to have a very organized day today. Things are going to happen exactly the way you plan them to happen. So be very aware of what you're planning. And then once you get down into the evening, then things become much more by the seat of your pants, kind of disorganized, just, you know, whatever comes up is what we have going on here. So maybe some spur of the moment type of things that show up for you today, Cancers. All right, next up, let's look at Leos. Oh, wow. Okay, so Leos, my bit of amber wants to talk to you. You can see this amber is a little bit roughed up from being in my pocket. I actually normally carry this in my pocket all the time. Amber is a really good healing stone. This is more what it looks like when it's not getting all roughed up. Let's see. Leos, how appropriate that we have amber for you. It's a stone that symbolizes the sun as well. What do we have? I think there's been something that's been bugging you for a little while, Leos, where you felt like somebody isn't really giving you the whole story or isn't giving you the truth. I think that truth is going to be coming out today. I think it's going to be coming out today. I'm also getting the sense, too, that you're going to be kind of relieved to find out what the truth actually is. Next, let's look at Virgo. Who wants to talk to Virgo? Okay. This is my peach selenite, one of the pieces of peach selenite that I have. It was actually a gift to me. It's got a little dust on it. Ooh. All right. And this is for Virgo. This is a good day, Virgos, to remember that everybody is human. That's what I'm getting off of this. It seems like to me you might be having a realization about somebody that you might have had on a pedestal, or maybe somebody that you didn't like so much, or you didn't think you liked so much. There's going to be some kind of revelation about a person that, you know, you're not going to see as being on equal standing with them, where you're going to realize they're just a person too. They have feelings too. And I think it's going to be, I don't think you've really even realized that you're not taking into account how they might feel about situations, but you're going to find out today about those feelings, I think, Virgos. Next up, let's look at Libra. So Libras, you have one of my more beautiful raw stones. This is rhodonite. Came from the backyard. And I have tried to clean it, but there's dirt in the pores that I could not get out. But anyway, I still think it's one of my more beautiful stones, for one that's not actually bought in a store and collected by a professional, especially. So Libra with the rhodonite. I do feel like you have some clear intentions going on right now, and it may be that you had some clear intentions also in the past with somebody that you used to be connected with or attached to, whether that was friendship or whether that was a deeper relationship. And it looks to me like right now you're dealing from some kind of heartache or heartbreak where things went down in a way that just really didn't seem fair. Now you're healing up from that situation, and you're not letting it be as much of a bother to you as it used to. Okay, so doing some healing on the emotional level today, Libras. Okay, Scorpios. I was wondering who this was going to come up for. I've been waiting for it to come up for this whole video. So Scorpios, this is a chunk of raw emerald, actually, is what we're looking at here. Oh, there's a sticker on it. Apparently it was found in Brazil. It says made in Brazil. I think the creator had more to do with it than any Brazilians, though. Okay. I didn't realize it had a sticker on it. All right. For those of us who are Scorpios, this is going to be a good day for us to really be figuring out what our priorities are. What is it that we're shooting for? What is it that we want to accomplish? What is it especially that we want whenever it comes to emotions and the people around us? What kind of relationships do we want around us? And it's a good time for us to be very clear about that. If we haven't already figured that out, this is the day to figure that out. If we have figured that out, it's time to start setting some boundaries so that we are actually allowing in what we want to allow in on an emotional level, and making room for those things that we want to allow in, instead of having all of our emotional space taken up by placeholders. Okay. So that's for Scorpios, Scorpios, Scorpios. Okay, Sagittarius. I think my Malachite wants to speak to you guys. You can see where I dropped this little guy when I moved last time. He's got a little tiny bit of druzy showing there, but he's still a beautiful, beautiful piece, I think. I still like him. So let's see, Sagittarius. Let me focus here. Sagittarius, today I think you may be really focused on the ripple effect that you're having on the people in your lives. And especially, I think, for those of you Sagittarians who have children that you're impacting or influencing, I think what kind of influence you're having on them is going to be really important. But for those of you who don't have children that you're influencing, I still feel like that ripple effect, how you influence people around you, is going to be really important for you today. I think you're going to be focusing on that. All right, that was Sagittarius. Let's look at Capricorn. So Capricorn, I almost said this is my normal selenite. It is traditional white selenite, which I'm more familiar with than the peach selenite. I've had this piece a long time. You can kind of see where I've held on to it. There's a little bit of oil from my hands that has kind of built up on here. This is one of my favorite pieces. I always keep it by me when I'm reading at home. Can grab it in case I need a little bit of help grounding myself. What's going on for you Capricorns? Isn't that funny? I picked up my grounding stone to read for a very grounded sign. Capricorns, I think that things for you today are going very much in order, very much the way that you expect them to, very much the way that you plan them to. There may be something that is cut short more towards the end of the day, but for the most part, I think everything is pretty much going, you know, you've got your groove going, you've got your plans going, and those plans are happening. Like I said, I think something is getting cut short towards the end of the day, and I think you'll end up having to pick that up again at some other point in time. And I think you will be able to pick that up again at some other point in time. All right. Let's look at who's next. That was Capricorn. Aquarius. Aquarius. One of my little pieces of black tektite wants to talk to you, Aquarius. This is a raw piece of tektite. It also normally gets carried in my pocket. That's why it looks so rough there. This is another one. It doesn't look quite as rough. One side does. See how that looks. I got those up for heaven's sake. Tektite is really good if you're going through a period of transition. It helps you to do what you need to do to get through it instead of just kind of laying down on the job. Helps you take control of your own life rather than letting somebody else do that. Okay, so Aquarius, what do we have here? Aquarius. I feel like you're trying to be as honest as you possibly can with somebody. You're giving them little glimpses into you that you normally wouldn't share with just anybody and everybody. It looks like you're sort of opening the door for somebody to understand you a little bit better if they want to pay attention to what you're sharing with them. And then next up, Pisces. Let's see, who wants to talk to Pisces? A couple of you do. Which one wants to more? Okay. So I've got a smaller piece of brucite here that wants to talk to Pisces today. This I got it for heaven's sake as well, over at the Lakewood store. Gosh, I just want to pick out that little black thing. I think I've tried to do that before without much success, just like right now. You ever have those things that just kind of bug you? Maybe I'm OCD. Anyway, Pisces. Pisces, I think you're going to be doing something very creative today, thinking definitely outside the box. This is going to be creative even by your standards. Creative even by your standards. And I think that once this is complete, you're going to be quite proud of it. Okay? So that's what we've got for everybody today. Thank you very much, y'all, for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. And I will see you guys back on the next video, if I don't see you before that, for a reading or a Reiki session. Peace out.